What up, YEGnation? This is Austin here on another episode of what we're doing. You guys have been watching, you guys know we were trying to get a little bit more informed about what's going on in the city, talk about some of the real big things that are going on in the different wards here. And to do that, today we caught up with Mr. Hassan Haymour. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
We came by here, we heard he was campaigning in the neighborhood, doing some door knocking, and what a better time than any to really get some information on what you're doing.
Well, I'll start off by introducing myself. My name is Hassan Haymour. I am running in Ward 4.
We're here in the lovely neighborhood of Hollick Kenyon here. Tell us a little bit about Hollick Kenyon.
I mean, Hollick Kenyon's it's a great community. It's been established here for roughly about 15 years. So I mean, it's not one of the mature neighborhoods, but I mean, the roadways, the sidewalks, everything is still perfect. I mean, the community is well engaged. You have a path that we're on right now. It's a multi-use path that a lot of people, as you can see, they're walking, they're biking, they're jogging, and this is what kind of communities we want to build. This is the kind of stuff that we want to see in our city. I mean, this is it. What better community could we be in than Hollick Kenyon, or let's say Fraser or Cybecker? These are the communities that basically the city has been built on, and we need to grow on these ideas.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing with your platform and what you'd like to do with your work.
Our platform was built on people's voice. So what we did is when we initially started to plan this campaign, we wanted to know what people wanted to know, what people want to change. We knocked on 600 doors roughly in various areas in the communities in Ward 4. And through that, we built our platform. And the number one priority was smart government, making sure that our tax dollars are being spent efficiently and effectively. There's great oversight of projects within our city, so there's less wasteful spending. Our second note that came to us was public engagement and consultation. Make sure that the public are aware of projects that are happening in the city, right? We want to make sure that they're engaged, their voices are heard. Nobody wants pieces of land or green space being sold without their consent. We have security and satisfaction within our communities. Very important as well, right? Making sure that our communities are safe. Once they're safe, they're satisfied. We understand that economic downturn is really kind of raising the crime rates within the city, but we have to work together to make sure those crime rates are down. And our fourth point is the most important one: community revitalization and fostering economic development within our communities. Making sure that we're building projects in our communities to grow, that we're not just worrying about other wards or other areas of the city, right? Revitalizing our streets, our sidewalks, making sure that green space is clean, ensuring that our children have a place to go, and that, you know, with the urban sprawl that's happening within this community, we got to make sure that we have the businesses and necessities for the residents.
Absolutely, fair enough. So with Ward 4, we're in a bit of a position that's really interesting. There's not very many wards in the city that don't have an incumbent, if I'm correct. Ward 4 is one of those. Right. So with that here, we have a lot of newer platforms, newer people, probably a little bit more fresher perspectives than other places in the city. How do you feel Ward 4 stands out from anywhere else in the city? What do you like about Ward 4? Well,
Ward 4 is probably the most diverse ward in the city. It's probably the hardest working ward in the city. It's and honestly, it's rich in diversity and bursting with potential. There's so much open land that's available for development within this community. I mean, the residents here, you find a lot more younger families that are moving into the community, and that's something that's kind of positive to our campaign, because people can resonate with us. They understand who we are, because I'm a younger gentleman. I have a new family. And when I knock on a door with my wife, with my nephew, with my nieces, they understand exactly what it is that we're going for.
For sure.
Right? So that's why Ward 4 is I would move anywhere else in Ward. I've grown up here, I've lived here, and I plan on being here for the rest of my life.
Awesome. Yeah. That's cool. So with that, you brought up a great point in terms of another staple that is part of YEG.com, and that's diversity. So with, of course, with city council and with how our city is run and how our city is being so multicultural, we really want to bring some diversity to the city. And how do you see that? How do you see that taking shape in Ward 4?
Well, diversity is key. Knocking on doors, people look for diversity. People want change. People are always looking for something new and innovative, right? And that's something that we can bring to the table. That's something that I can bring to the table. My background in process engineering and studying psychology at university are kind of, they're two different worlds in work form, but in reality, they blend so well. You get a perspective of the way people work, the way they act, the way that they live. Diversity is in every aspect an important key, an important issue in the city. And I understand this, and so do you, and this is why you're here.
Of course. That's the whole purpose of YEGnation, is to get people talking, to get the conversations happening, and to vote October 16th, Monday. Don't forget. So one other thing, another good point that you brought it up. I'm glad that you're bringing up all the things that YEGnation's all about. Is with diversity and also with engagement. Engagement's another really big thing with what we're trying to do here and why we're trying to talk to the people and get the people that are on the other side of this. You that's watching right now, we want to talk to you. How do you feel a conversation can be started from the people that are watching to contact you in terms of things that are issues or things that they want to have more conversation about?
Well, I mean, if anybody wants to get a hold of me, my information is on my website. That's hassanhaymour.ca. I apologize. My phone number is there, my email is there, my Facebook is there. I'm available at any time of the day. Our campaign office is set up at 12981 50th Street. Come by, have a cup of coffee with me. I'd love to hear about the concerns and issues that are happening in the communities, because in reality, I can't hit every home, and we're going to do our best to do what we can. And the best way to reach out to people is through social media, through engagement, and making phone calls. So if I have it come to you, please come to me, because we're always open to hear new ideas and see what other changes need to be made within our communities.
Absolutely. So one other thing that I like to ask everybody, because we seem to get a different answer from everybody here. Why did you decide to run for council? What intrigued you about getting into politics?
I mean, civil service has been somewhat instilled into our family for a few years. I mean, I have my uncles that have been engaged in many organizations. They've been the face of non-for-profit organizations as well. Growing up, I was part of the YMCA, CNIB. I helped implement the second language program with the Edmonton Public School Board. My involvement in these communities is what kind of brought me here. Being part of the Students' Union as well, going to university at Grand Mac. These are the kind of things that brought me to this point. And I figured, you know what? I got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And to work for the people is something that I really enjoy and I love. And I love this city. So why not do something that I love for a city that I love? I'm never going to move out of it.
For sure. Well, I mean, it makes sense. You're a pretty active, excited guy. You seem to be pretty passionate about what you're talking about. And that's important. I mean, we got a busy community. You can see all the people that are driving by. I mean, we're not on the busiest street in the ward by any means, but just to give an idea of that movement that's really in a city is really cool. So, do you have anything else that you'd like to bring up or talk about to YEGnation in the community?
If there's anything that, like I said, that you'd like to get a hold of me for, if you have any questions, any concerns, please do get a hold of me at hassanhaymour.ca. My phone number is 780-916-0644. I'm available at any time, and my campaign office is always open for discussion.
Absolutely. Well, and guys, as you know, with YEGnation.com, we know that the only way to get something to change is to talk about it, and the only way to make an actual difference is to vote. So make sure you remember Monday, October 16th, 2017 is the day to vote, day to make a change. We're going to do some information on YEGnation.com coming up soon about the forums and how you guys can get more directly involved as a group and as a community with people just like Hassan. All right. Thank you very much for coming out. Thanks very much for meeting up with us today. We'll let you go back to door knocking. We don't want to take any time on getting the platform sorted out. So thanks again, YEGnation.